Hey everyone, this is Thyworm, and today I want to talk a little bit about gearing and progression, just like I spoke yesterday about the economy in Pagan Online. I'm going to take you along on a small journey, give you my thoughts about how Pagan Online's progression works since BFP1, plus at the end of the video some advice for those who are stuck. If you enjoy this content, subscribe guys, it's super appreciated. I'm putting out multiple videos per week with the latest news, patch notes, discussions like this one, devlog dissections and guides and tutorials for Pagan Online. History. So let me tell you a little bit about how progression used to work, which was a very long time ago, last week. You would do the campaign, which was great. You could do some assassination missions to unlock new heroes. You would increase your legacy level by leveling up those heroes. You would ramp up the difficulty to hard to unlock new missions. You would finish the hard missions and then you would be totally stuck. Why? Because you depended on having a high craftsman level, which allowed you to reforge high level items, so they would receive huge bonuses, so your gear would improve significantly, so you could actually complete the next tier of Pagan Online content. However, that very first step, increasing the craftsman level, was a huge grind, because craftsman XP got nerfed after an exploit. Bottom line of this story, a lot of people were stuck doing the master difficulty missions, and they couldn't do them because they lacked craftsman level. They were unable to unlock the final part of the game, which were the endgame bosses. Crafting was mandatory to progress in the game, which led to a lot of frustration within the community. And rightly so. It sucked. Matt had listened to the feedback, as they always do, and the devs wanted to change this. Back to the present, current day BFP1. I'm starting out leveling on Valeria, not really knowing what to expect. Surely I'm going to hit a bump somewhere along the road, right? Well, let's see. Campaign. I'm doing the campaign in its entirety, Act 1 to 6 in a single playthrough. Basically only stopping to quickly level up a few additional heroes to increase my legacy rank, so I can wear tier 5 and tier 6 items. But apart from that, I'm not doing any side missions or additional content. After some time, I have finished the campaign. My status at that point on Valeria is that I'm level 28 with around 10k might. What amazed me was the fact that nowhere in the campaign, which will lead you all the way to level 32 campaign missions, was I struggling with gear, damage output or survivability. Never. Now, I do kinda know the mechanics of this game, so I might be biased, but I wasn't really min-maxing or anything, just playing the campaign on normal, taking items with flat physical damage and focusing on Astral Shield as my main defensive mechanism. And without any real issues, I cleared all 6 acts. So far, so good. And let me know if you experienced something similar. Just leave a comment down below. The journey towards endgame. It's time to start unlocking the mission blocks. This is easy at the start, but it doesn't take too long before we need to complete hard difficulty missions in order to unlock assassinations or higher level mission blocks. Level 30 hard missions are not a problem with the gear I have found so far. Dropped items have carried me all the way over here, and with a bit of cautious play, I'm sailing through the hard difficulty missions. And the next mission block is unlocked. Now here it gets interesting. This was the point where previously you would have to grind for ages to increase that craftsman level. But not this time, because dropped items are viable and craftsman level is not in the game anymore. I decided to try master difficulty level 36 stuff. I failed miserably. I'm definitely not up to the task yet. My gear is just not good enough, and my build could probably use some work as well. So I think, well, these dropped items have done the work so far. Let's just farm the normal versions of these level 36 to 40 missions. On normal, these missions are exactly that, normal. Not difficult at all. But even on normal, in the expedition that I chose to farm, numerous epics dropped. They're not all amazing, but around 30 to 40% of the drops is at least usable. And sometimes you get a little lucky and a huge upgrade drops. To give you an indication, within an hour or two I've geared both Lucian and Valeria from 10k might to around 14k might, just by farming level 40 missions on normal difficulty. And if you want to join me farming, stop by at the stream, Monday, Wednesday and Friday 8 PM Central European Time on twitch.tv/Thyworm, where I will answer all your questions and we'll have a good time. Endgame. This process of gearing up just feels so good, ladies and gentlemen. What the developers wanted to make you less dependent on crafting is exactly what happened here. It is just a joy to grind some levels, knowing you'll get some upgrades and slowly but surely gearing yourself for the next task. the master difficulty missions. No longer is a tedious grind required to level up. All you need to do is just normal difficulty missions, and the dropped items will make you strong enough so you can take on master difficulty content. I'm really enjoying this process. Last night I have cleared all requirements using Lucian and Valeria, and for me the endgame is basically unlocked now. I can do those bosses and farm them on normal, then get some gear and turn the difficulty up to hard, and then get some more gear and fine-tune the builds to eventually take on master difficulty endgame content again. And this entire road is a very logical way of progressing, a very satisfying experience, and I'm really happy that players won't be stuck anymore or dependent on grindy game mechanics. Right now, everyone should be able to get to this point by themselves, which is a great place to be. It's not easy, especially the master difficulty levels, but it is fair, like it should be. Finally, some advice for you guys. If you find yourself stuck again around a certain might level, then do this. Just farm some normal difficulty missions, basically the highest level missions you have available to you at that point in time, and you will get upgrades. The dropped items will be strong enough for you to progress. Crafting has become completely optional. I found some stuff, ladies and gentlemen, just lying on the floor. Is pretty insane. If you like this video, please hit the like button or share the video. It really helps me reach a larger audience so we can grow the community together. Follow me on Twitter for the latest YouTube and streaming updates at Thyworm, and thanks so much for watching. I love you all. We'll see you all soon. Bye bye.